for 2023 is the Springfield Echelon. The striker-fired polymer frame pistol features Springfield's new variable interface system for mounting multiple optic footprints and the serialized cog fire control for inserting into multiple frames. Find out more at springfield-armory.com.
Hey there, Tundra Nation, and welcome back to the channel. Today on Tundra Tactical, we reflect over the past couple of weeks and tell you about 5 types of people that you're going to find at a gun event. So sit back, get out your admission tickets, and let's start the show. First up, we have the loner. This person is very antisocial, but wanted to try to get out of his shell by going to a big gun event. Now they're going to come by themselves and wander around with no real goal of what they want to see or what they want to do. They're going to approach booths that have no other patrons waiting in line, as they don't want to feel like an inconvenience. This means they spend all day at that one booth of the new startup pistol company that's showing off their new Glock clone. They don't mind that they can only shoot 3 rounds at a time because they understand that they can't be just burning through all the ammo. In reality, attendees only get 3 rounds because the pistol, well, it's never made it past 4 rounds without jamming. The loner never complains when the gun does jam because they just assume it's always just something that they did, and then they slink off back to the water tent. Finding the water tent crowded with people actually trying to talk to each other, they decide it's probably better just to leave now before somebody asks if they're having a good time. And that person asking if the loner is having a good time is called the networker. These guys came here to socialize, and they introduce themselves to every single person that they meet. They have no interest in shooting at the event whatsoever and are more intrigued by the culture and want to be included in conversations in order to learn everything that they can so they can be a more effective keyboard warrior. The networker converses with every single vendor, sharing their ideas for a video series and suggests to the company reps what they should manufacture next, asserting they would definitely buy it. In reality, the Barrett M82 clone chambered in 17 HMR would be bought by absolutely nobody, including the networker that demanded it, because by the time that it's released, they'll have just moved on to some other project that never got off the ground. You'll find this person following the biggest crowd around and at the tent with the most people in it. They're going to be trying to talk to all the reps for that company at once, demanding all of their attention while other shooters wait their turn as they take another Instagram selfie. The networker, unfortunately, is also a one-upper and always has some story about when he served and how he was the best shot his company had ever seen. Of course, well, he left out the part about his company not being military and just having a contract at the local base to do janitorial work. Next up, we have the budding social media guru. This person is easily identifiable because he has 2 GoPros on him and a DSLR camera that's pointed at him by his girlfriend and his best friend. This event, well, it's all about him. His companions are not allowed to shoot anything other than B-roll all day. He spends almost no time talking with the reps besides asking for another mag so he can get more shots in, but this time 1 degree further back. For him, the perfect shot is never achievable, but he's going to upload 9 terabytes worth of pictures to the gram either way. He walks around with the strut that tells you he thinks you should know who he is, but you aren't one of his 1,700 followers that are comprised almost entirely of thought bots. Now, if you've ever been to a gun event or even a gun show, you're gonna recognize this persona. They are called the basement dweller. This person has only left the house because mom said he could use her credit card to go out and have some fun, but what she didn't know is how much a helicopter ride and a Belta 308 was gonna cost her. He wore his favorite sexually aggressive shirt to the event in order to gain the attention of any potential gun bunnies that might be there. Too bad the last time his 3X shirt fit was 80 pounds ago.
That's rad.
The basement dweller tries to keep up with the crowd, but his stamina is that of an overweight one-legged pug. He walks from water tent to water tent, stopping at all the booths in between, telling all the sales reps how much he loves their stuff in his favorite video games. Good thing the event was outdoors too, because the last time this person showered, they apparently used a dead skunk as a loofah. The Grifter can be found at every gun event, walking from booth to booth, doing nothing but scooping up every single patch and sticker they can get their hands on. They have 0 interest in tactical equipment or in firearms. They just watch a lot of Gary Vee videos and realize you can make a killing on collecting patches and listing them on eBay the following season when you can't find them anymore. The trip was purely an investment into his patch and sticker empire. You'll see the same guy at every type of convention and any type of event doing the exact same thing. You can recognize this person by the JanSport backpack stuffed with every bit of swag they can get their hands on and their phone ready to look up prices on Craigslist. The only thing you're ever going to hear them say is, "Can I get 2 of these?" The Grifter is the absolute worst possible person at these events, leaving nothing for the real fans and enthusiasts, not spending a dime, and let's not forget they leave before the second hour with all the free loot that they can carry with those David Hogg pencil-style arms. Now, we all know any real gun enthusiast has specs and facts about their favorite guns or optics rattling around in their head, taking the place of remembering things like when their anniversary is. But the specs guy knows only that. He can tell you the light transmission numbers for any optic that's been released in the last 30 years, as well as muzzle FPSs for any modern cartridge out of varying length barrels. He walks from booth to booth, showing off his knowledge and Wikipedia prowess to every single vendor that he talks to. Anything new he hasn't heard of before, he asks every question possible, most of which can only be answered by a resurrected Stephen Hawking or a metallurgist that's been to the moons of Saturn. They want to be the first person to upload any type of information to the Wikipedia page on this product. This pencil neck will actually shoot though and not take up too much time, but their shooting stance is more awkward than a confession that you enjoyed what that priest did. Wow, Kush.
Oh my sweet Jesus.
Ah yes, the Fudd. Now, we all know how to spot a conventional Fudd, that's a given, but the Event Fudd, well, that's an entirely different breed. They aren't an AARP member. No, if you can believe it, this person is under 35. They can be spotted wearing jeans and boots and a cowboy hat no matter how hot it is. And they've come to the event to see what type of products that they can add to their existing Fudd guns and try to convince everyone that they're modernizing. In reality, they get caught up in conversations about revolvers chambered in 44, 41, and ignore the new experimental AR variants to go shoot the suppressed lever gats, cursing that it's only 38 special and not in 45-70 like a real man should have. The biggest disappointment from the entire event for these guys is not getting to shoot enough pump action shotguns. They aren't your typical Fudd talking down to those who shoot modern firearms. They just proclaim they can achieve all the same results using technology from the 1800s that was at the peak of innovation. They'll often be carrying around a bottle of hot sauce and a custom Kydex holster with the flag of their home state printed on it. Hey, pro tip, if you want to convert this person, hand them a suppressed bolt action rifle and a modern caliber like 300 Blackout. This is the first step of the process. No event would ever be complete without the Accesorizer. This individual is obsessed with the last gun gadget as advertised in the sponsored video by their favorite gun tuber. They attend events solely to know what the next great accessory for their AR-15 is going to be so they can buy it first and flex on their Facebook friends. They would flex on their real friends, but all of them stopped returning their calls after receiving texted photos of the Accesorizer's latest purchase with the message, "Suck it, you poor." At home, they have a junk drawer filled with enough gear to equip an entire team of operators being dropped into North Korea. They don't get good with it because there's always a new gadget to strap to their rifle. Wait, guys buying these things that YouTubers are selling, you know what? Never mind. Accessorize to your heart's content, bud. You're the damn hero. My personal favorite type of event goer is, believe it or not, the actual fan. This person came to shoot some guns, but much more importantly, came to meet their favorite personalities. Now, I'm not going to speak for all gun tubers here, but I love it when a fan comes up and asks for a selfie or just wants to hang out and chat. This type of person often spends way more money than they should have at events like this, trying every single thing that costs something, as well as eating at every food truck on site. You, my friend, you are the real hero of gun events, ensuring they receive the attendance and funding they need to make the event possible next year. If you know your favorite influencer is going to be at an event, always try and get out there. Don't worry if you're a weeb or a ginger, we still want to meet you, as long as you're subscribed.